Hi YT, this is Cocolicious89 coming at you with a college tip of the day, number 8, and it's going to be about repetition and other things dealing with studying. Okay, if you don't know what repetition is repeating, doing again, and saying again. Okay, just looking at your notes for a test or quiz isn't good enough. You must at least set aside like 2 hours for studying for each subject. That's what I learned from my college professors. If you're looking at notes and it gets boring, how about you form a study buddy or get a study buddy or form a study group. And you can also make flashcards. I know flashcards may seem tedious, but flashcards really work. With the flashcards, you can just pop them out if you're on a train, pop them out if you're waiting at the dentist's office, pop them out if you're walking around with your friends while they shopping or anything. Just pop them flashcards out. Pop them out if you're exercising outside, walking around. Things like that. Pop them out if during a commercial, if you're watching what is those shows? Being Human, 106 in Park, MTV, Steve Wilkos Show, Jerry Springer, All the Housewives. Just pop them flashcards out when a commercial comes on. And you can also make a video on your computer or record yourself talking about your notes or the vocabulary, and you could keep listening over and over again, because when you listen to your iPod and you try to learn a new song, you listen to the song over and over again. The next thing you know, you can sing the song without even listening to the music. There are some people that can hardly study, that don't really study at all and can get an A on their tests and quizzes. But if you're one of those people that can't do that, just study twice 1 hour before, study, say for instance, Monday for 1 hour and Thursday for 1 hour, and your test is next Wednesday. If you're not that person that can just retain that stuff really fast, why not get those flashcards out? Make questions with your notes on the flashcards. Say for instance, on your flashcards, you could say, what is a photon? Or what is a black body? Stuff like that. You can just write questions, and then you be like, okay, I know what this is. And it's like a game. And I've learned also that if you trick your mind into thinking that you're having fun with this, then you can get this work done. You dig? And that's what I had to do. I had to trick myself. I know it's crazy, but I had to trick myself into thinking, hey, this is a game. I want to win this game. So I don't care if we gotta make 1 billion flashcards. We're going to get this done, because, hey, if we don't, we're going to fail. So let's get it done. And flashcards do help if you just don't want to keep looking at notes. It gets boring. And for myself, I was like, okay, I found out that me just looking at the notes wasn't cutting it. I wasn't retaining it. And I was like, what can I do to get this information into my head and stick it in there so it won't melt away? And also, if you go to Google or whatever and type in flashcards, there's a whole bunch of websites that you can make flashcards on a computer and type in a word or type in a question, and then it'll set it up as basically just like a flashcard without the paper, but it's on a computer. And it'll have the word, and then it'll have multiple choice, and all the answers that you put for other stuff will be the choices, and you have to pick out which one is the right answer. And I think that really helps too. But I feel like with studying, you have to do this stuff in advance if you're not good at studying, which I'm not. So I try to do this stuff in advance. And I feel like if you feel like it's too much work, how about, and you have so much information, how about break like the vocabulary or the notes into sections? Like with me, I have so many vocabulary words I need to know, and my economics and my astronomy class is based on vocabulary, but my geology class is also, but everything on the notes is going to be on the test, so it's not that hard at all. But my astronomy and my economics is hard for me, so I break up my notes and my vocabulary into sections. And there's also timers on the web, the internet, and you can type in timer and use that to help you also to study. That's what I do. And I put in the timer I want to study for an hour. So with these vocabularies, say for instance I'm going to study 15 vocabulary, so I'm going to study these 15 vocabulary until I get it stuck in my head and I know them front to back. So I'm going to study this for an hour, and then say for instance I say, hey, why don't you put in the timer, hey, you're going to study, you can't put like, oh, study this, but just the time itself into the timer. So let's say, hey, I'm going to do 4 math problems for, I don't know, let's just say 30 minutes. And after those 30 minutes, you start on something else. I think it keeps you going. It keeps you so you won't be dwelling on one thing, And I think that really helps me, because sometimes I'll be on one thing for like an hour or two. So with the timer, it helps me say, hey, you only got this much time. You need to get it done. And it really helps. And I hope this college tip right here, number 8, really helps you. And I hope you come back again to see what else I have to offer with these college tips as I go. I'm learning as I go, and I hope I can help you as well.